Well, it is, I don't know what it is, Wednesday. Got my Wakespeed WS500 for 12 to 48 volt charging systems. I'm going to read through this. Basically, these are the CAN inputs, and I got a wiring harness in here, plug into a couple different things. I also got, I think this is how you program it. And then this is so I can plug it in to the servo. So again, this is, this sits in there. I think I'm gonna stick it in here unless it's gotta be next to the alternator. And again, that's gonna control the field wire to charge the battery. I got my fake beer here, got the bay cleaned up. These wires right here, I just routed up out of the way. I'm gonna try to get this wood out. I don't know. They cut through it over here. So I don't know. I'm hoping it's a thin layer and it'll come right off. If it's not, it's gonna be a mess, but I'm not leaving that in there. It's a nice big bay. And then I got a mess in here now, pulled all those wires back out. I think what I might do is take this and push it over here and put it against the wall and make everything look real nice, I think. And I don't know, have two showpieces. I'm trying to think here on the I think I'm gonna remove this, but not right now. This is the generator start, but there's a lot of stuff. I'm leaving it in because I don't know if I can just take it out and the generator will still work. It should, because I think it's just the auto start stop, but I need to figure it out. And so my thought was, you know, could I make a plug? What would be nice is to have a 240 volt outlet for my generator. If somebody needed to plug into it or something, a buddy plug. Because we're not going to put a washer or dryer in here. So I'm not going to take that out, but maybe make a plug. Basically, I'll have the plug up there, but put another plug down here. That's what I'm thinking of doing. That might be more useful. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to pull that wood out. So I'm in luck. I guess you can call it luck. This is a plywood panel sitting down in here. So one of you guys said it looks like they put plywood in here. You are right. So just pull this out. Well, I decided I'm gonna make this a DC bay. So the batteries and all the connections. So I'm gonna put this stuff in there, and then I'll make this, I'll clean this up and make it more of an AC. I was able to pull that plywood out, and it's stainless steel. It looks worse on camera than it does in person. But I got this, I was trying to figure out what to put in there. I got this 2 foot by 4 foot piece. It's solid PVC, and I'm gonna cut it to fit in there, and I'm gonna get some carpet and adhere to it, put it in on the floor. I think I might be getting 2 batteries in a rack now. And so what I'm thinking of doing is put the generator battery over here, and then put the rack up this way, and then make kind of a false wall for all of my connections to come through, and then hang all of these components on it and hide the wires back in the back and in the rack. So all you see when you open this up, it's kind of almost like a display. It'll be the the generator battery back in the corner, the nice looking rack, and then just the components hanging on the wall. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this, see if I can get it to fit, and then put some carpet on it.
No!
Lost my helper. So I got it cut, it fits, and I don't have enough carpet. Daughter locked herself out. Got the bay cleaned up, ready to go, but now I can't put it in. So I don't know, probably post this up, just show you guys some progress, and probably show a little bit more of that Wakespeed and how I programmed it, and gonna have to probably update it. And again, hopefully I'll be getting the EG4 LL battery from Signature Solar tomorrow, and that'll help me kind of get some stuff laid out. So I rerouted a bunch of the stuff, and I think that looks a lot better. I got this wire I gotta try to figure out what to do with. Keep it back there. That's about the best I can do. Looks a lot better. It's not quite as busy. And then inside of here, I'll hide all the wires back behind a false wall. Probably trim these ground wires up, and all of these wires, I can hide them in the back. But I'm thinking, if I get a false wall, what I might do is I'll put this guy up, and I'll just route the wires in behind, so they'll still be organized in the back, but you just can't see them. I think that'll look nice. Just a lot of wires. I mean, you can't really hide it all. If I made a false wall, I could hide all that, and I may do that. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth trying to drill holes in there. I'd have to unhook all of that, poke it through, and then come through. That one already works, just to hide it all. I don't know. We'll see. Can't wait for my battery to get here from Signature Solar, the EG4 LL. It's a 5,000 watt battery. It's pretty hard to believe that, I think it's 100 pounds, something like that. And it's 6 inches tall and like 18. So it's smaller than one of these, and it puts out 5,000 true watts. And this is probably 7,000. But each of those batteries is 150 pounds. So it'll be interesting. And then if I can get 2 of them in there in a rack, I think it'll look really slick. Some of you guys have commented, recyclers take that and pay for it. So thank you. I'm going to look that up. If you know any in the Indy area, something like that, shoot them my way. But yeah, I think I'm getting there. Ran out of the carpet. I think I said that before, so I gotta go get some more, cover that up. But I'll probably end the video showing you what I do on that ES or WS500, and then post this tonight. Well, got my Wakespeed WS500, and it's pretty techy. There is a 107-page programming manual for all the CAN coding. They want you to take the top off and plug their USB cable into the USB. There's also some dip switches. I think right out of the box, you can plug in the wire harness, you plug it in, flick some dip switches, and be on the road. There's over 100 user settings, and you can totally customize this. And so I'm going down that rabbit hole. So I'm gonna make it harder than it needs to be. But that's because I want to. This is some can out, and so I got the cable. I'm going to plug this into the servo, and so supposedly I can see this on my color touch. This one here, you stick a terminator cable into it, so I'm going to do that. I also, there's a temperature sensor for the battery, which I'm going to take the cover off the battery and place it inside. There's also a temperature sensor for the alternator, and so trying to figure out where to put this. I'm going to put it on the where I put the battery, so I need a 25-foot cable to get back to the alternator. So I'm going to order that, and as soon as I can get my old PC going, I'm going to try to download the software and show you what that's like. Okay folks, I went to the company Off-Grid and Marine Energy Systems. That's where I recommend buying this WS500. They've got a Windows program. So when you buy it through them, you've got to select their configuration tool. It'll be free when you buy it. I didn't do that. And so I emailed them. They emailed me right back within like 2 minutes and gave me the code. So I just downloaded it, and it says to plug in the USB right there. Setting up a device. So got that plugged in, and I'm hopeful I can configure this on the computer rather than writing the code in a text box. So check back in here in a minute. All right, so for whatever reason, the WS500 tool, I couldn't get the newest version. So this is on the website, Wakespeed website, so version 2.5. I couldn't load that with this configuration tool, but what I could do was go to this. If you click update BAT, it will update it for you relatively quickly. And this is in the download. And then if you go back and plug it in, it shows that 2.5 was installed. So now I need to use, this is going to be a lot easier to update all the settings, but I've got to go through, I think I'm going to print out and figure out what I want all of the settings to be, because there's like 100 of them. And then I can come in here and update it. So I'll show you that when I figure it out. All right, so I'm gonna end the video here with a little bit on this WS500 by Wakespeed. So they have you take the top off, you got a USB connector, and you use this application from Off-Grid and Marine Energy Systems, and I would highly recommend getting it from them. I'll have a link in this video to it, but they've got this configuration tool, so you don't have to do like CAN code. Like otherwise, I think you could just set the dip switches and be done with it, but you've got to, you got to know how to program in CAN. I mean, it's not that bad, but anyway, for this, for the Prevost, some of the things that I had to figure out, the operating temperature. So it was 121 C, so I've got it set at 120. And the alternator poles, there were 12. But what you do is you plug this guy into here. See if I can do it the right way. And it'll come on, and you communications connect. So she's on, so it's connected. Let's put it in configuration mode. and what you can do is pull the information from it. I've got it set on setting 8, which is for LiFePO batteries. I don't know what I'm doing here exactly. Configuration editor, there we go. So these are the different configurations. So there's basically these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the CAN bus, you can go through here and you can click on all of these settings and they tell you over here what they are, and then you can configure it. So device instance, priority, shunt at the battery, bit rate, all of this, DC disconnected battery. Then you come to alternator configuration and alternator target temp. So this is where I put 100. So this system will monitor the temperature of the alternator, and if it gets close to 100, it'll start ramping down the field wire. This right here, the amp cap. So I've got it set at 95 amps. If I get another battery, I can up that to like 195. So that'd be awesome. Systems watt cap, so you just voltage times the amps. And so it won't let this exceed that watts. The shunt ratio, so I'm telling it that I'm going to hook up a shunt so it can start to read some of that. And so you've got to enter this information. I've got the Victron 500 shunt reversed, no, idle RPMs. So you can set it to, if you don't want it to load the alternator at certain RPMs. I've got a warm-up delay of 30 seconds. I think we'll leave that. Required sensors. So in the sensors here, I'm going to have alternator temperature sensor, the battery temperature sensor, and the shunt. So you add these together. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've entered 7. Then you can come here to regulator. This is what we've got it called, the password regulator. So charge profile. So number 8 is for the lithium. I don't know what some of this is, to be honest with you, but read through their tachometer. So number of pulls. This is so that I can get the RPM. Engine alternator ratio. So I went out and measured it, and the pulleys on it are 5 inches and 4 inches. So that equated to 1.25. All of these different configurations, and then you come over here and you hit save. But I'm going to hit download and cancel and exit because I didn't make any changes. And then it's all done. It's programmed. The other thing you can do is you can plug this in, and they give you this dashboard, so you can see all of this in real time. I'm not a PC guy, so I may put parallels on my laptop. There's a dashboard, and so you can see like the output, alternator temperature, the RPMs, engine RPMs, your battery pack temperature. You can see all of this information in real time, which pretty awesome. I mean, it's an alternator regulator, but pretty sweet. So just wanted to kind of give you a heads up of what this was. So that's the dashboard. Here's alternator. Oh wow, I haven't even looked at this yet. So you can look at inputs, the field percentage, and the amps that are going to it, the output, small mode enabled. Target set point 375. I don't think warm-up delay, capacity is 95, 26.8 volts, pullback at 100, and then we've got battery. So we've got sensors not connected, low limit, high limit, bank capacity. I gotta go in there and figure out where that is, because I can't find it in that that one thing. Active charge profiles, the lithium, float. But there's a lot of stuff here. Max charge rate, 250 amps. So I got to go find that for the battery and reset some of this, but pretty sweet. And then you hook your wires in here. The one thing I do have to get is I'm going to get a 25-foot alternator temperature sensor. I got to order that. I should probably do that tonight, so it knows the temperature. But I'm going to post this video, and hopefully I get the batteries tomorrow, and probably do a video of the batteries tomorrow. I'll try to throw a whole bunch of them up here as I do this build. Thanks for watching.